Is it true that your employment with the Homicide Division is currently probationary pending a successful performance review?
Yes.
So to be clear, you've only been a homicide detective for 1 year and you are still on probation?
Correct.
The thing that I've really enjoyed about Mark is I feel like he's a human being and none of his edges have been rubbed down, which often happens with characters that I've played in other circumstances. They, especially quote-unquote good guys. The good guys have kind of too much good and not enough bad. But I've really enjoyed feeling like I'm playing an authentic, really screwed up guy.
Maybe we all kind of pick and choose our ethics a bit.
I think I can bring all of the worst qualities that I have as a human being that I constantly try to work against to this character. So that's enjoyable because I can really think of how I could be as manipulative as possible and try to bring that to the table. Because we're not supposed to do that in life.
Do you have any CCTV or eyewitnesses to prove who dropped Miss Tremblay's body by the recycling bins at the back of her dormitory?
No witnesses have come forward at present.
So, no?
All the scenes, I had a good chance to sort of prepare those, and they needed preparation because to just try to do it on the fly with no rehearsal on the day was not going to work. So preparing them and staging them to a certain extent, just physicalizing them so that I had a sense of the space or whatever, that really helped. So with yours, I wanted to put you on the spot without seeming like I was putting you on the spot.
Right.
Did you feel like you were?
Yeah. You did a very good job of, keeping it all seem very professional. I don't think anybody in the courtroom would have ever known that there was any sort of history between Jack and Mark.
Officer?
But I think he always likes watching her squirm. So it was just weird sitting up there.
It's a very theatrical circumstance.
Yeah.
Officer, did you say, I hope the NHL accepts 40-year-olds to Mr. Graydon the night he was taken into custody?
What?
Savage using details that are private is 100% his modus operandi. As far as I'm concerned, I think this guy's moral universe is inverted.
Yeah. I definitely don't think Mark thought he did anything wrong.
Right.
And I definitely think Jack knows she did something wrong. But also when that happened, I was like, oh, crap. I tell my husband everything. Everything. I can't imagine having a job where it's illegal to share that information with other people.
You took things I said to you in confidence and ran me through the mud with them. You used me, Mark.
You're right. I shouldn't have used those things. That was wrong, but I never used you.
He's so self-serving and manipulative. What is it like dealing with him?
Right. Why does she... I don't get it, but you do get it, because I feel like chemistry is undeniable. You don't get to pick and choose who you have chemistry with. I believe that. And so sometimes, no matter how much somebody has wronged you, it doesn't just make chemistry dissipate or disappear at all.
What are you doing here?
I was nearby. I figured I should drop in, say hi, make sure we're still good after today.
This was one of my favorite scenes, especially on this show for me, where I'm in all the cop stuff and all the other stuff. My scenes with you are really the only time we get to see Jack's flip side and that hot mess that she is and all the great things that I love about her so much. So the opportunity to really play with that for all of our scenes together, but for that scene in particular, was amazing.
And you? A mother?
You need to get out now. Get out.
Jack.
Get out.
Look, you brought this really fantastic architecture to the scene. It just gave it an enormous dynamism and scope that enhanced what was already on the page.
Yeah. With the detective stuff, you gotta say things really quickly. With this stuff, we can really play and we can really have a conversation about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
You made it pretty damn clear you wanted nothing to do with me. I was trying to get over it.
It's a blessing that that you like to go as deep as you do.
It's fun.
It makes it so much more enjoyable. And that's the hardest thing to do, really. I mean, that's one of the hardest things to do as an actor. And I really admire your digging
Thanks,
that you do on a regular basis.
Thank you.
Why won't you return my calls?
I have nothing to say to you.
Can't have another kid, Jack.
Told you, I don't want anything from you.
You've shown up at my house before.
And once was enough. Obviously, we picked the season up with the breakup, so we have to imagine how much chemistry these two had when they're at the height of their relationship. But Jack's so tough, and I think as someone who can be a bit of a tough female as well, having a strong counterpart who can bring out the vulnerable side in you when you spend your life behind this wall as a defense mechanism is something that can be very, very enticing, you know? So I think that's kind of the way I've justified Jack always letting Mark back in.